Do you remember the little bottle of oil of Olay, the pink bottle, the glass bottle of beauty fluid, where our mothers or our grandmothers or even us, we could have been using it? Do you remember that? Well,
things have moved on since those days. So it's not called oil of Olay anymore. It's now Olay Regenerist. They have totally rebranded themselves and they've actually come up with some very nice products, a lovely little range. Today we're going to talk about 3 in particular, and it's the Olay Regenerist Collagen Peptide 24. Now, the brand states this will reveal beautiful, strong, glowing skin in 14 days, Shilpa.
oh, I look forward to using these products.
It has a unique formula with collagen peptides and vitamin B3. Now, Olay say that this particular line has the highest concentration of collagen peptides. So intensely hydrates your skin for 24 hours.
And penetrates up to 10 layers deep into the skin surface.
Allegedly. And they say that it transforms your skin in 28 days, and it's also suitable for sensitive skin because there's no fragrance and no dyes, which actually is quite good, isn't it?
That's very good, isn't it? But that's all the rage now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Everyone's
fragrance-free,
looking for these
no dyes.
products.
We kind of do need to simplify the ingredient list in some of the brands. So you may ask what peptides are. Now, peptides are short chains of amino acids. These act as the building blocks for proteins such as collagen, elastin and keratin. These proteins form the foundations of your skin, so it gives resilience, strength and texture to the skin. There are many different types of peptides, all of which are made up from different combinations of amino acids.
So compared to large collagen molecules, peptides are small enough to penetrate the skin. Once they pass your epidermis layer, the peptides send a signal to your skin to start repairing itself by triggering a boost of collagen production.
Yeah. So the benefit of peptides is it helps to smooth the skin texture, it reduces the appearance of the fine lines and wrinkles, it replenishes and rejuvenates your skin.
Sounds wonderful.
So I think the packaging is very, very attractive.
Yeah.
And I think this again would look really nice on your dressing table. Lovely little lid, lovely little package. So here we have the cream, and the texture I think is rather lovely. I'm going to test this on Shilpa. The absorption is super quick. Rub that in and let me know what you think. Wow. It leaves a very fine film on the skin. It's really nice. Now there's no SPF in this, ladies, so if you're using this in the daytime, you must put on your SPF.
Very important.
Now the thing I noticed about this, it is lovely and it's very rich, great absorption, but if you're not careful, it does have a little tendency for pilling. So sometimes I like to put on quite a lot of moisturiser, and I've noticed when I do it with this, or if I put this on too quickly after the serum, I do get pilling. Pilling really isn't a problem because you can just flick it off with the tissue, but just a word of warning, let the serum absorb first before this goes on. So this obviously contains the peptides, which we've just explained what that is, and it also has niacinamide, which is your vitamin B3, and that is a brilliant ingredient. It's a real multitasker. And that also absorbs quite deeply into the skin, and it's a great little carrier for the peptides. The two of them together, quite a powerful combination.
Work in harmony.
They do, and it kind of one rides on the back of the other for that lovely deep penetration. So niacinamide, as you probably know, is great for hydration, protects the skin against environmental damage, and it's lovely for the complexion.
Yeah. It's also formulated with the panthenol, which is known as the provitamin B5, very moisturising, and it's a humectant and attracts moisture to the skin and holds water in the skin. It also has glycerin, which is the most effective humectant, improves the skin's barrier function, provides protection against skin irritants.
Do you know what? I actually think that the glycerin is a better humectant than the hyaluronic acid.
Yeah, it's the most
Yeah,
effective,
and I think that's why they probably always have it on the top of the inky list.
Yes.
Because it works, it's really good. Now it has also the dimethicone, which is a silicone based ingredient that contributes to the slip of the product on the skin, so it glides on beautifully, so it get that really nice spread too.
It's interesting, isn't it? They always have the silicone in it
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, they sneak it in, but actually I quite like it because that really does help to reduce the water loss in the skin too. And it provides that coverage, and it's very smoothing and softening.
Yeah.
Their serum, I absolutely love it. Now, check this out. This is actually lovely. The only thing I don't like, and please, Olay, take note, I'm not the only one who says this, the dropper is a nightmare. Right, give me your hand there, shopper. So out comes the serum. But very often you put it back in, squeeze to get your next lot out. It's going to work perfectly now because we're videoing. Ah, I knew it. But very often it doesn't come out, and you need to keep pumping to get your product out. It's very annoying. I just want to tip the bottle up and get on with it.
Yeah, but it's a lovely serum.
Oh, the texture
absorbs quickly
is beautiful.
and non-greasy.
And non-greasy. Yeah. Beautiful absorption. So then you would obviously cleanse and tone your face. The serum would go on first, and then your moisturiser over it.
But let the serum absorb.
Let it, absolutely, let it absorb. Now, if you watched our video on Mother's Day, this little beauty, our ultrasonic device, that works beautifully with that and the moisturiser to actually push those gorgeous ingredients into the skin.
You do need a little bit of a push.
There's a little tip for you. And again, the texture is beautiful, the slip is lovely, and of course it has your niacinamide and your peptides, your panthenol, and what's not to love about this one? I love it. Now, I think my favourite out of them all, well, not my favourite, that's wrong, but what surprised me most of all was the eye cream. So this is an interesting little one. Just dip your finger in there and tell me what that reminds you of. And this texture, I got a little bit of a surprise because I popped my fingers in and I had this thing that wasn't going anywhere, put it onto the eyes. I thought, that reminds me of something. Then I realised it reminded me of Vaseline.
Yeah, it does remind me of Vaseline. I didn't want to say
Yeah, it's like petroleum jelly. It's really interesting, but I love it because it contains petrolatum. That's their top ingredient, and that's why it has that feel, and it goes on beautifully. It's very silky and obviously designed for the delicate eye area. And the good thing about peptides, they can be less irritating on sensitive skin, and especially around the eye area, so they can be a lot less irritating than other products. So good choice, Olay. And again, it's got the lovely glycerin and your niacinamide and your panthenol. Now, what do you think of that texture?
I like it. It glides on, doesn't it?
It really does. It's lovely. So
and it doesn't feel greasy at all.
No, and I'm really quite impressed with that because you can just tap that on and that's it, done. Now, if you feel, I loved these products. I thought they were absolutely great. I loved the very simple, short ingredient list. I think they've done very well with their niacinamide and their peptides.
It's a great formulation, isn't it?
It is, simple.
Just enough of everything that you need.
Now, the only thing is, for me, again, I just like to feel I've got a lot of rich cream on. Now, because all this penetrates really quickly, which is what it's meant to do, fast absorption, it does leave that little film. But what I've had to do, and I have tested this out, as you know, slugging is all the rage now. So for a few nights, I've put all of this on. I've gone to bed, but I've put a layer of petroleum jelly, Vaseline, over everything, and that really made a difference.
So it will hold it all in.
Yeah, because petroleum jelly is an occlusive. So if you put an occlusive over all of this, golly, what a difference.
Especially
Beautiful.
at the moment with the central heating and everything.
Yeah, and it really slows down that evaporation of moisture from the skin. Yeah, so you could do that, because if it's good enough for their eye cream, it's good enough for all of your face. So that's a little tip for you. So try both, see what you think of them on their own, and then at night time put a layer of Vaseline over and see how that feels. It worked for me, it could work for you.
Thank you for joining us today. Subscribe and share us with your friends and family, and
until the next time, take care now. Bye bye.